Shalom. Thank you for joining me on Attitude of Gratitude 30-Day Challenge. Today is day 21. Can you do something for me? 21 days. We made it 21 days. We got 9 days to go in our 30-day challenge. What are the 5 things that you are grateful for today? The 5 things you are grateful for. I'm going to share the 5 things that I am grateful for today. And the first thing I'm grateful for, I am grateful for being in a warm place. It is a polar vortex right now in the Chicagoland area, Midwest area. It is freezing cold, below zero temperature. So, the thing that most people need to do right now is make sure that they are running the water in their home so that their pipes do not burst or freeze. And the other thing is people have issues with heat. So they have space heaters that they're using to warm their homes and other devices that they're using to warm their homes. So just make sure that when you leave the house, I know that it is going to get freezing cold in your place if you're using a space heater, but unplug it to make sure that it is not running while you're not home so that you do not come back to your house being on fire. So we want to make sure that we're doing our fire prevention, and also our pipe bursting prevention. So just making sure that I sent that reminder out so that people are being careful as to how they're leaving their homes when they leave home, so that way when they come back home they can actually warm back up and have some running water so that they can be able to do the things that they would love to do in their home, which is enjoy their time at home or relax at home, refresh at home. So that thing that I'm grateful for is being able to have that. The second thing I am grateful for is um practice. So I've been a person that has been like I always practice when I want to learn something. And one example that I had thought about for today to give you an example of how much I practice a thing is I was a cheerleader and I absolutely loved being a cheerleader. And we went to competitions and we won a lot. So I always wanted to be better and I always wanted to be able to win because we were winners already. So who wants to stop winning? So I would actually go outside. And at first it seemed strange. I was reluctant to do it because I thought about how people would look at me and what they would think about me to see me practice. And I will always practice my jumps. And if anybody is a cheerleader, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So there are different jumps that you do. Um, the straddle, the herkies, the hurdlers, toe touches that you do. So people see those jumps, which are toe touches. And I will always go outside and I will practice them. And I would be in one small square in front of the house and I would practice those jumps for about an hour. And I would vary from which jump to another jump, the transitions of the jumps. So I would do that for that period of time. And every day, everybody knew that they could find me outside in front of the house practicing those jumps for about an hour. And in practicing those jumps, every time I was in practice, I did really well with the routines because I practiced my jumps and I also practiced my cheers. And we went on to have other competitions and we won because I put the work in as far as practicing. So, what is that thing that you're afraid to practice? What is that thing that you know you need to practice in order to get better? And some people call it reps, some people call it something different. But what is that thing that you need to get more reps in? What is that thing you need to get more practice in? What is that thing that you need to do on a daily basis for a certain period of time so that you are better at it? So I got some things now that I'm learning, and I have to do more reps. I have to get some more practice in because I want to be better at it. So figure out what those things are for you. And if you already know, start putting those reps in, start getting your practice in, and don't worry about what other people think about you while you're practicing, because practice makes you better. And if you want to be one of the best at what it is that you're doing, you're going to have to put the practice in. It's not going to come to you just because you want it to. You got to put the practice in. The next thing that I'm grateful for is dedication. My dedication to my goals, like my dedication to myself, my dedication to my family, my dedication to my friends. Like I am so grateful for just being dedicated to things. So seeing things through to the end, making sure that I am being the best person that I can be to everyone that I'm around. So I am grateful for being dedicated. What are you dedicated to? Can people tell that you're dedicated to that thing? Because a lot of times when we're dedicated to something, the people on the outside see it way faster than we do, because sometimes we just have a love for something and that's the reason why we're dedicated to it. And because of that love for it, they're able to see our natural talents. So, what is that thing that you're dedicated to? And most people know I'm dedicated to my brand. Like I'm like Frank's Red Hot Sauce with that. I'm putting it on everything. So I go places, they gonna know who I am before I leave. Somebody gonna meet me, somebody's gonna know me, somebody's gonna have a personal interaction with me. We're gonna have a few words, we're gonna share a few laughs, we're gonna have a few things in common because I'm a busybody just a little bit. So I kind of do a lot of things and I've learned a lot of things along the way, picked up a lot of information along the way, and I'm actually very good at connecting people. That's what I'm very good at. That's one of my natural talents is connecting people. I am also grateful for protection. So um this time, and I know I say this a lot, that I'm grateful for protection, so I have like a lot of different things that I've been protected from, so I am grateful for that. So this particular thing that I'm grateful for, this portion of protection, is being protected from those people who had meant harm to me and God protected me for them. They presented themselves as friends. They presented themselves as people who cared about me, and God protected me from them. So I have several instances of where that's happened. And also being protected from, there were several times as a child that someone attempted to kidnap me, and I was not kidnapped. And I thank God for the protection of that. And if you have your children traveling by themselves to and from school, make sure that they're checking in, make sure that you have their location, make sure the route that they're taking is not every day the same route, because that's how a lot of times children get kidnapped, because they take the same exact route the same time every day, and you never know who is watching your child, so, or who's watching you, because adults are coming up missing too. So I thank God for protection, for making sure that I've been safe over all of these years when people meant me harm. I'm grateful for that. And the last thing, not the last thing, but the fifth thing I'm grateful for today, because I'm sure that as I move about my day, I'm going to be grateful for a lot more than what I share with you guys today. And I am grateful for financial protection. So I told you guys, health and wealth this year. We're focusing on health and wealth. I would love for you guys to grow with me on my journey of health and wealth this year. Let's grow together. Let's learn together. Let's get better at this thing together. So I learned. So I had jobs where they had like an insurance policy on me. If something happened to me, my family would get X amount of dollars. And then I had jobs where they didn't have any of that. So I had like a policy where I had protection and they would probably pay for my funeral, maybe have enough for flowers. And so then I discovered, or I was introduced to something new, as to where if I was to pass away, because I was working construction, and you bringing in working construction, even as an apprentice, you can bring in anywhere from $40,000 up to 100 and something thousand dollars, and that depends on where you're working and how many hours you're working and what trade you're working in. And with that type of income, taking care of a family, and let's just say you're at $100,000 and you're taking care of your family. If you were to pass away, your family is missing $100,000 in income per year because you're a provider, especially if you are a sole provider, like you're the person who is the backbone of the family. So, in looking at that, I was introduced to an insurance policy where I wouldn't just get enough for maybe the funeral and some flowers, and that's like around $15,000. To replace $100,000 with $15,000, that's not a lot of money. Then what is my family supposed to live off of in the event of me passing away? So I was able to get more coverage so that way if I pass away, at least they would have 2 years worth of my income to mourn me and to also be able to invest so that way they can have some residual income. So, with that being said, if you guys want to get more educated, want to get educated with me, want me and my team to help you out, go ahead and text the letters HW to the phone number 224-263-1110. So the letters HW. I want you guys to grow with me this year. We're focused on health and wealth. So thank you for joining me on this self-care journey. Thank you for joining me on Attitude of Gratitude. We are on day 21 of 30, the 30-day challenge of Attitude of Gratitude. Thank you for joining me. And comment, text the letters HW to 224-263-1110 if you want to grow with me on health and wealth. So let me help you get what I was given, because I do not want you to have that same situation I would have had should I pass away before today, where I'm earning $100,000 a year and my family gets a mere $15,000, and I still have children that are missing that income, and I still have loved ones that are missing the income that I was earning so that I could be able to take care of my family. So, in your passing away, you want to still be able to take care of your family the same way that they have been taken care of while you were living. I love you guys. Have a great day. And while you're out there doing whatever you're going to do today, all I ask that you do is don't do it ashy. Get your ash out of here and get you some hand cracks. So order your hand cracks today and make sure you are not out here ashy. I want your skin to be smooth, soft, silky, and supple. I want somebody to want to touch you because your skin feels so good. And I want you to be blemish free. I love you guys. Have a great day. Shalom.